Bum 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 bum.
This is the AA meeting. Welcome to our podcast.
Hi, I'm Abby.
I'm Amy.
I'm Edan.
And this is the AA meeting.
Wow, so fun.
Welcome, everyone. We have a very special guest with us today.
Yeah, you'll hear all about it shortly. Even though, did we introduce you properly? Maybe not.
Yes. Okay. There was some confusion, but you did. Well, I'm Edan.
Okay, Edan's here. This is quite a long episode because we were just yapping.
We really were. So get a snack.
Yeah.
And we all shared our ins and outs. We actually did a really fun deep dive
Yes.
into Edans Life. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, love ya.
Hi, I'm Abby.
And I'm Amy.
Sorry we can't come to the phone right now,
Leave a message after the beep,
if you wanna.
I guess.
Well,
Welcome.
welcome to the pod. Welcome back, everyone. We have a very special episode today.
We've got a special guest. Eden, do you want to introduce yourself? Because I'll mess it up.
I thought you said you were doing this at the end.
No, this is like chatting.
We've already done the intro.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, they know me then.
That's true.
Edan. Like, this is old
Get it
news.
together, guys.
This is old news.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm Edan. Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I know it's a bit of a trek to
That's
come all the
all
way
right.
out here.
Yeah.
So we do really appreciate it. And we've started about an hour and a half later than we told you we would. So
Yeah.
That's fine. It was fun to hang.
So
I love this
yay.
place.
We were
Yeah.
bonding.
We were bonding. We had a little bevy.
Yeah.
So, Eden, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself for our little listeners? I know I hate when people ask me that, but so you do Instagram, TikTok.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Can I say something so serious?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm like, TikTok and I are fighting. It's like just so grim.
Why?
Because like, you know what? Not with a firearm to my head will I post POV this set character part 58
Yeah.
because I feel like I see all my peers, my good peers who I do respect a lot and I'm in awe of because they can do POV. This is me and this is part 74 of that. And I go, no,
Yeah.
I won't. And then I don't know, TikTok, if you don't post for 2 days, do you guys notice it's like, well, I won't show anyone then.
Disappear off the face
You
of the
ungrateful
earth.
little bitch.
Yeah.
No, dead set.
It's so, TikTok and I are kind of estranged right now.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that.
Kind of divorcing.
Well, we keep bloody violating community
yeah.
guidelines.
Oh, yeah. No,
Constantly.
same.
We were on live in the car driving home from the pod last week, and they took our live down and gave us a warning.
Why? Because you were driving.
Because Amy
Yeah.
was driving.
You can't be driving and talking.
Well-
famously. You
Now
can't
we
be doing
know.
that.
Now we know. And then also I replied to someone's comment saying pop off pussy queen slay. And then we got someone was like, the pod's coming back, and I was like, pop off pussy queen
Yes.
slay. Yes, we are. And then we got violated for pussy.
Yeah.
But it was in one word. It was like they were cryptic
They'll get
coded
you.
that.
They
It
will
wasn't
get
there was
you.
no spaces between either side of the pussy.
Can I
That's
tell
what
you,
he said,
Lockie
yeah.
had a meeting with Meta at Meta,
Yeah.
and they were talking about what makes videos go viral and what might
Yeah.
not, and they were like, see some of these and they were pulling up some of the podcast videos and stuff, and they were like, see some of these titles, that's going to get you restricted, and it was it was bad. It was come in the in a board meeting at Meta. He was like
Tits out for the horse.
laugh, don't laugh.
Yeah.
it was putting cum in a smooth, and it was
Smoothie.
it wasn't that. We've never said that. That's really something off the dome, which is scary. And then he just had to sit there yes, I see how that would limit the reach
I
of
see.
that video.
As in other people's podcasts or yours?
ours. It was titles of ours. It was see how it says Peter Pan with a BBL. That might actually limit the reach of your video. We were Lockie was really? That's crazy. I don't think we were trying to be family friendly.
That
with
is
that.
wild.
That's hilarious.
They'll get you the censorships. So yeah, fighting with TikTok, kind of kissing Instagram sometimes. I don't really do any branded content again because I'm just like so scared of being cringe. But like stand-up's the main
Yeah.
bread and butter, I guess.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, so were you already doing comedy before TikTok?
Yeah.
And did
So, like-
TikTok make a big difference, or it was already kind of...
Kind of. It was really interesting. So like when I started stand-up like right after, like as uni was ending, like as I was about to do my like recital.
Yeah.
And it was like the craziest like scene ever. So it, like the way it worked really was basically you have to do like 7 million, like literally like years and years of open mics before you can ever like get paid for
right.
comedy.
Yeah.
And it was such like, that was like, it was a hustle culture and it was very much about like earning your stripes, and I was prepared to do that. That was chill. So I was doing that for about a year. That was like beginning of 2019 that I really started doing comedy. And then so 2020 happened. Lockdown happened, so like gigs aren't around anymore.
Yeah.
And then like the tables sort of switched in a weird way where like all the old farts in comedy, love you all, like weren't really equipped with this whole like you know, all these like comedians then sort of being like, oh, I'll just post stuff. Not even like, I didn't even really do it consciously. I was just like, you know, it was cool seeing stuff on TikTok and you sort of want to like be a part of it.
Yeah, and you want to like have your own creative output because you're like a very creative person, as like Amy and I are as well. Yeah,
Absolutely. And like people like Molly McCran and I were already making videos like just like a minute long and posting them to YouTube and stuff like before TikTok was ever a thing.
Yeah.
Which was always so much fun. And so it sort of was natural to be like, oh, we can just post anything like we would have posted to our Instagram or to YouTube or anything like on this new app. And then it was really cool because then all of the like comedians that did definitely have like a bigger place in the scene were like turning to the younger people in the scene, which was like Will Gibb and I, and they were like, what's happening here? And then when live comedy came back, like we sort of had more of a foot in the door, which was cool.
yeah, because you stayed relevant throughout that time.
Definitely.
Yeah,
but there was
yeah.
also a like thing of people being like, oh yeah, she's a like TikToker. I was like, dude, I was like in every dive bar and every basement of a sticky pub for like a year before this. I'm not just like some TikTok kid who's never done a live gig ever.
Yeah.
Also like, I went to like performing arts like
Yeah.
Like it's not like I've never set foot on a stage before. It's fine.
Yeah.
So it was like mixed.
Can we actually circle back to that? You've probably talked about it on your podcast, but Abby and Edan are old friends.
Yeah.
We went to uni together.
We did.
That is so cute.
I only did 2 tries though because uni was not for me.
Were you in the same like year?
No.
No, Eden was 1 year, well, like 1 try ahead of me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
So you would have started in like Jan or Feb.
Yes.
And then I started the next try, which was like May. But so there was like, so it was like 2 different intakes. So
Yeah.
I was like the intake just behind Eden.
But then did you have like classes together or just hello in the halls?
I don't think we did.
It was no, I don't think so.
We
it
would
was,
have done some performances like in the same.
yeah, probably some performances together, but it was more like at the university we were at, it was like a music university. So it was very like music people, like literal instruments, and then like
Yeah.
the theatre kids.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So like
It
theatre
was
kids,
a lot more like acting school in the way that like the 20 people that you're in your intake with are the 20 people that you spend 7 hours a day with.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
like
Yes.
a uni where you have like different,
Yeah.
you sort of
like
do,
where you
do-
like I choose to do this class, so I have all
Yeah,
these different
yeah.
people in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I feel
But I think we just had like friends of friends that were friends.
yeah, so many.
Do you know what I mean?
So
yeah.
many.
And then we just like, so how did you go from like theatre to comedy?
Well, it was because I was really angry at theatre too. Like, because it was like towards the end of uni, basically a lot of teachers were like, as you're approaching the end, like, you know, we've encouraged you to be so creative while you're here. Now your job is, if you want to get hired, just be as close to as you can to your typecast, and basically whatever production has been on Broadway, be as close to that role as the original Broadway
Yeah.
actor who did that. Cool. And it was like, oh, so there's like no room for us to have any like creative freedom on that. And they were
Yeah.
like, no. I was like, cool. That kind of makes me a bit angry. I was like, oh, does anyone like, it's much better now. Like places like the Hayes and stuff like are doing such cool casting where it's like, you know, like gender fluid casting and like, you know, you can sort of do whatever. It's getting a lot better now, but like when I was graduating it still wasn't, and I was like, oh God, I don't want to do every boring, like I actually don't want to be like just a leg in a show.
Yeah.
Some people are made for that and it's awesome and they love it and I'm so happy for them. It's just like wasn't ever going to be my thing.
Yeah.
Like it could have been. I was like a probably like one of the dancers of my tribe, but like just through training, not through like what I actually like loved doing the most. So I was like, oh, I was getting itchy at like uni. I was like, I just want to do fun stuff. And so like, I was like, maybe I should like do, because I liked doing like the cabaret stuff, like the patter. You know?
Yes.
The little. And so I was like, maybe I should just stand up. And so I just did an open mic once. And then off the back of that, a few people in the room were like bigger comedians who were like, bigger comedians still drop into the open mics because you can just like test new material.
Yeah, cool.
It's almost like I always explain it like if you're an athlete, there's like training. It's like the gigs that I do 5 days a week are training.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And then I might have like a show or like a bigger gig. That's actually like the game.
Yeah.
So some bigger comedians were there and then like booked me for some rooms or like told people to book me off the back of that first open mic, which was very, very lucky, and I was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
So that's how stand up started.
So I don't know if we actually said it, but you also have your own podcast.
Well, yes.
Sorry, we should have said that right at the start.
Yes.
It's fine.
We're like musical theatre. So you have a podcast with Lockie.
Yep.
The
Lockie McIntyre. Nobody asked Edan Mcgovern, Lockie McIntyre.
Yeah.
Love it. How long have you guys been going for?
Like under a year, I guess. I think we're up to like 36th episode. And it was like a weird arranged marriage. Like we didn't know each other before we started podcasting.
Really?
Yeah. It was like it was a part of a Spotify program, and Spotify was like, you should have a girl co-host, by the way, because you're like kind of blokey. and like we'd followed each other on TikTok for a while. We're like kind of fans of each other's work. And he was like, I think Edan Mcgovern's really funny. And so I came in and we filmed a pilot. And then Spotify, like it was a blessing in disguise that we didn't get picked up for it.
Because it was like
Because all
tits
of the,
and
no. Because all of the ones that they picked up got let go and like can't have no ownership, like can't, like even for a season, like they have to now create their own other podcast because they can't. Like it's like Spotify could be like, done, you're not allowed to post any more from that podcast. Like you have to create your own new one and like start from zero. So it was like blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know, when we didn't get picked up for it, I was like, well, nice knowing you. And Blocky was like, no, I still want to do this. Let's do it. Like, I don't want anyone's help. Let's do it like grassroots. Like none of his management, none of anything. It was just like, let's do it just solo. We'll do all the work. And I was like, oh God, really? But okay, no, that sounds good. And then like, so we sort of knew each other, but like now he's my best friend. It's awesome.
Oh, cool.
That's so sweet.
It's cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'd hoped he'd be here too, but he's in fucking Europe. So
Literally in like he's on some boat.
Some
or
Greek island.
Literally,
Must be nice.
He's on some tabletop.
Yeah.
Tits out right now.
Honestly, I did like Europe summer last year.
Oh yeah.
And like, yeah, it was amazing. Like it was so much fun. Would recommend anyone to have you ever been like,
No.
done a Europe?
I haven't either. I didn't go with her.
Ames didn't, yeah. But it was like,
It was
yeah, because like our other best friend went with me. No,
Literally.
but Amy said no. She was invited, but she said
I was
no.
still at uni. It's okay. I'm over it.
Amy, like after dance, transitioned into acting.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Cool.
So now she finished her acting degree, but she was like studying acting for a very long time.
Where'd you go?
Too long. It was called AFTT.
Oh
And
yeah,
then-
yeah. That's
and then
where
we're
Molly
absorbed-
went.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
She came in when I was in like try one. She came and did like a talk on how to do TikTok.
Oh my God, crazy.
Yeah. I remember being like, wait, I think I know her. Yeah. Then it was like swallowed up by JMC. So I graduated as a JMC student. But yeah, I really like to train. But similar vibe. The whole first trimester is like get up and stand there until you cry, and then you can sit down. Pretty much.
And you know when you never do that in your acting degree, by
Yeah.
the way, I don't know, I used to like fight with my uni teachers being like, oh, you could just like have empathy for the character you're playing. You don't have to make it about yourself, by the way.
Yeah.
I know. Well, it was just the first. I remember being like, fuck, I don't think I can do this. And then the rest of the degree was awesome. Like exactly what I needed. But I just,
They glamorize like, we need to break you.
Yeah,
Do
literally.
You don't. You do.
No, you
I
don't.
think you're being dramatic.
Yeah. There's this thing called I don't think I've ever talked about this on the podcast. There's this thing called the coffin monologue, right?
Yeah.
And you stand there and you face the wall and the teacher like talks you through it and you're standing there talking to someone who like means a lot to you, right? So I'm in this class standing there talking to my dad, right? You're going on about, I can't remember what you talk about. You're just having a chat, things that you appreciate about them, whatever.
And you're making it up?
Yes, yeah. And pretending that they're replying to you like it's a whole thing. And you all talk over the top of each other. You can't hear what anyone else is saying. And then out of nowhere, you don't know what's coming. Out of nowhere, he'll be like, now pretend they're laying in a coffin in front of you. You have 2 minutes to tell them everything you've never told them before. Obviously, everyone has a fucking
Breakdown.
like crisis. Yeah, awful. And at the end, he's like, so, if you had a scene where someone's dying, you could use this technique. And I'm like, no, it only fucking worked because we didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
Like
surprise attack.
And also, I'm never going to imagine that again because it was
That's awful.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh
That's
my
just
God.
first
It's
try.
like so like, it's like acting teachers just want to go like, and that was the best acting class of your life.
Literally.
Not
They
really.
want you to
Never
like
feel things
thank
like that
them.
again.
Yeah.
They want you to be like, you were so tough, but like really I'm a better actor for it. No. You're self-indulgent.
Fucked. You can see why people like lose their minds in these programs. Like,
Yes.
or even just in the career,
Absolutely.
Totally.
Anyway, we should probably talk about some things that we actually came here to talk about.
Well, yes.
Abby, do you want to kick us off with your ick or tick today? I mean,
in
what
or out?
in or out?
Let's do ins first.
Okay.
Okay. This is like super random, but Aldi chocolate. Have y'all ever had it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is so good. It's
Yeah.
like better than Cadbury.
The
Yeah.
little like those little individually wrapped ones, the long one, and they're like chocolate and then white chocolate on the
Yeah.
inside. Have you had those?
It's so
Outrageous.
good.
Outrageous.
Crazy.
Yeah. I've been getting like the full block and it's like salted caramel chunks or something.
Yeah.
Like it is so good.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's like $2 or something. It's crazy.
Stupid.
Aldi in
Daylight
general.
robbery.
I know.
What a place.
It's slapping at the moment, to be honest.
Literally. Everyone's always like, it can't be that much. And genuinely, I save so much money at Aldi. I don't give a fuck and it makes me look
Yeah.
like a pleb.
Well, Connor and I only just started shopping there like 3 weeks ago because we were like, Coles and Woolworths is fucking expensive.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. And like we actually save so much money. You don't think because you're like, oh, it's only $1, only $2 cheaper. But then like when you add it all
Get like
up,
50, not 50, but like if you get like 30 things,
yeah, that
like-
could be $50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's fucked.
It's crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have an in, guys.
Well, Eden, do you want to do your
can you
in?
do yours?
I was just going to talk about, you know what, this little experience here. Firstly, this studio in.
She's in.
Absolutely. That bloke who helped us kick the people out before.
That's
In.
in.
What's his
That's
name?
Jay. Shout out to Jay.
Jay's in.
He's awesome. He was, so yeah, someone was running overtime before we were able to.
And he kicked him out.
Yeah, and he like, held up a little sign. He's awesome.
Yeah.
What a man. What's it out?
My out is, okay, when people don't use like headphones or like AirPods or whatever, like on public transport.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was like on the metro here and someone's got full volume SoundCloud. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
you're not even like watching TikTok. You're not even like on YouTube. Like it was SoundCloud.
Yeah, yikes. I had someone on the plane last time I flew from
On
Gold
the
Coast to Sydney doing that, and it was like family videos, full volume in my ear. I was like, babe, literally get a life.
It's wild.
Even if it's a voice recording, I'm like, and I, like say I don't have like
Yeah.
earphones or anything, I'm like
Yeah.
ear to the
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can like
The
barely
speaker,
even
like,
hear it
tiny.
myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's crazy. The balls some people have.
it's insane. That isn't out.
SoundCloud in general. Like, come on.
SoundCloud reminds me of like, yeah, some guys like I actually make music, and I'm like, no,
SoundCloud
no,
rapper.
no, I'm not opening that link, buddy.
yeah.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
Literally.
My out is I've gotten a lot of fucking spam calls this week, right?
Ah.
Like I can't. Oh, my phone's on.
Do you answer your spam calls?
I never used to, but like
Yeah.
I'm getting annoyed, and so I've started answering them.
Right.
What do you want?
And they're always like, it's like, I swear it's AI on the other end.
Oh yeah, sometimes it like is.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, so that's my out. Spam callers.
Spam call.
And I don't know how the fuck they get my number, but I swear to you, I'll get 8 a day.
That's crazy.
I don't know, someone sold it. We used to get these to the podcast email. We would always get like some cannabis company sending us emails addressed to Ethan. I don't know who Ethan is and why he's
So we think that this dude, Ethan, like, so that he didn't get like, you know how it's like, put your email
Yeah.
into, like, he just put our email in.
That's crazy.
It's
Ethan.
crazy.
I've called him out
Just
before. He
do
knows
a
what
random, like, it's not like he accidentally misspelled, like he wrote the AA meeting podcast 1 at gmail.com.
And the one is very
The
important.
one's,
That was
the one is
targeted.
specific. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's your podcast.
He knew what he was doing.
He meant that.
Yeah.
He meant that.
Wow.
What about your out?
I have an out. And both of you are wearing jeans right now. And you know what? I wish I was, but my out is jeans. Let me tell you why.
Jeans in general?
Let me tell you why. I had like, you know, like a bit of a like busy kind of annoying week. And today I went, you know what I'm going to do before I come and record this podcast? I don't have any pair of jeans because my last pair of jeans disintegrated. Yeah. I didn't know they could do that, by the way. It's not like they ripped at the seam. They
What do you
ripped
mean?
like they weren't even that tight. But I think I like it looked like I'd like hopped a fence, but I don't have any memory of doing that. And I wasn't intoxicated enough to not have memory of doing that. It's like something scraped them. And then they just literally started like falling apart. And they're my favorite jeans. And so I was like, what the hell? And so for ages I haven't owned jeans. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go buy myself some jeans because that'll make me feel better.
Jean shopping.
When would that ever make anyone
Yeah.
feel better? I'm an idiot.
Awful.
Honestly.
I went to,
Where'd you go?
well, because I was like, where's a big shopping center with heaps and heaps of stores? And then I was like coming out here and I was like, I used to look after a little girl who lived in Castle Hill. So I was like, Castle Towers,
Yeah.
dude, biggest shopping center in the world.
Yeah.
Probably. And then I was like, cool, I'm going to go buy some jeans. That was the most excruciating 3 hours of my life.
Why is there so many different shapes, styles?
And why are all of them fugly?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Literally.
Honestly.
Why are all of them? I'm like, that
I
is
felt
grim.
so shit in my life.
Literally, I was like, I'm gonna feel good. I'm gonna have a little shopping day, and I left being like, I have no idea what I look like. I have no idea what jeans look like. I have no idea what denim feels like. What's going on? Where am I? I'm hungry. I'm tired.
Honestly.
It was the best feeling to come here. And like, when you guys were like, oh, there's still someone in the studio, I was like, I'm getting a beer and this is for the best. This is actually the best thing that's happened to me today. What the hell?
No, honestly,
Where are
it's
both of your
crazy.
jeans from?
Well, I actually got these from TK Maxx,
Oh,
but they're cotton on, and but then from TK Maxx they were like $30 or something.
Cool.
Yeah, and like because I was like going through a weird thing with jeans. I'm like, why are all my jeans literally sitting underneath my boobs? Like, why are they so high rise? And I'm like, these are my standing jeans. Like, I can't sit in these jeans.
Yes.
Because like otherwise you get like a penis. And so I was like, I just need a pair of jeans that are like big on my waist
Yeah.
so I can sit.
Yeah.
So I like, and the gods, I just walked into TK Maxx and they were just there, and I was like,
That's nice.
I'm gonna get those. And like I never take them off now.
Good.
Like they're amazing.
yeah, I love having like the pants that you just put on.
And they're like mid rise. And Amy and I feel very strongly about low rise.
Yes.
We will
We're
never
against it.
ever dip our toes in that pool.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So like mid rise is a really big deal.
Yeah.
Like that
support the
I
mid-rise.
bought mid rise. That's a big deal, you know.
Yeah. But
And
like
so-
sometimes the high rise ones, it is the thing. It's like you feel you're like it's actually supporting my boobs.
I actually have a boob job now because of these pants.
Yeah.
No, honestly, and you can't eat dinner.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
you have to unbutton them, and then it's like, why am I'm just walking around with my pants unbuttoned all the time? Like, what's
Yeah.
the point?
Yeah, and then they're falling down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Yeah, no, I'm on the mid-rise.
Yeah.
agenda.
So mid-rise and size bigger. That's what I found.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love
and
it.
so these are like so loose, but like
Yeah.
I've got rolls upon rolls and you wouldn't even know, like underneath, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, where are your jeans
And what
from?
about you?
These are actually Hollister. I got them in Hawaii.
Wow.
But I couldn't find any here that I liked. So I had one pair from Princess Polly actually that I wore for like 3 years straight, and now they're like not the same color as when I bought them, and like have kind of a weird smell.
Yeah, you can't wash them enough.
Yeah, and
They're
so
just
they
old.
had to go.
They're done.
Yeah.
Well, I did the stupidest thing ever. I was like, because I'm wearing like Dickies like carpenter pants right now, which I wear like they're the dailies, and then I went like, I just want something that fits like that. Like I just want that, and then I walked around. I literally went to every single shop that Castle Towers could ever have to show me. Every single one. I tried on so many pairs of pants today. I was like working up a sweat. Actually taking
No,
off.
it's actually a lot. Like because
It's
are
like
you wearing?
squatting?
Yeah, you're wearing lace-up shoes as well.
I'm pulling my foot out of these. I'm not lacing.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
lacing.
But like when I go to like put on pants and I'm wearing like a shoe, not like a Birk or something, I'm like, oh my God. And then you just end up putting them on over the top and then your foot gets stuck.
And
then
it's like it
just
takes more time.
It's
But I need
wild.
my sneakers on if I'm trying on jeans because I need to see the jeans in context.
Yes.
I need to see how they sit on the sneakers.
Why is it? They should do, they probably already do this, but like body scan you
Yes.
and then put the jeans on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But then like you can't
multi-million-dollar
tell
business.
like if you're like from the side and I need to like
Yeah, true.
how am I going to stand in these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's so much that goes into it. Anyway, right at the end of the day, literally at like 3:50 p.m, I like walked by General Pants and like all the like Dickies, like the ones I have on were hanging up. And then of course I knew this, Dickies makes jeans.
Yeah, I was going to say when you said that, I was like, don't they make jeans?
Well, how long would that take me to figure out? 3.5 hours, it turns out.
So
Because I walked by them and I went, oh yeah, like my pants were like jeans. Cool. And I just like grabbed them really.
Did you try them on?
I did.
Were they perfect?
Yes. Like, no complaints.
Oh,
And I just
God.
like slowly walked up to the counter and like,
Yeah.
smacked them down. I was like, can I please buy those? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, have a good day.
Honestly.
At one point, I was just like standing on the escalator eating a sushi roll. Like, I'm just so furious.
That's so good.
That's my ounces of jeans. I'm sick of them.
Yeah.
Fair.
Fairs. It's so fair. I have so many pairs of jeans as well, and now I only wear these.
Yeah. Abby actually has a shopping problem. Like it's fucked.
Oh,
Her
really?
wardrobe is like,
Okay, throw me under the bus like that.
am I lying?
She's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have like many clothes? Like,
Yes, but somehow I have nothing to wear. Like I'm literally wearing our merch right now.
yeah.
Like why
Cool
aren't I wearing?
merch.
Thanks, girl. Why aren't I wearing a nice
Yeah.
little top that I've bought? No, I'm like. Yeah, I
There's
do
too
have
many
a
options.
big shopping problem. But to be fair, I like barely ever buy anything full price.
Cool.
That's like my thing. Is like
You're a slave to the deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a slave to the deal. If anything's on sale, I'll like girl math it to be free and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just write it off on tax.
Oh yeah.
How?
The ATO listening to this
Friend
podcast.
of the pod, the ATO. Yeah, because everything's a work uniform.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
especially because like my job at the moment, I do like fit modeling, which is like really
Cool.
weird. But like, in my contract, I have to rock up in like nice attire, and then like for dancing for gigs, you have to rock up in like a nice dress or heels or something like that. That's like in your contract.
Right.
So I just write it all off because it's contractually it's there.
Yeah, excellent.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
It's quite convenient actually that we ended up talking about clothing before this next segment because like we're pretty on our shit over here, Edan.
Okay.
And we've done a lot of research for today, just so you know.
Oh my goodness.
And so I don't know if you've heard of, what's it called?
Life in looks.
It's like a Vogue YouTube thing. And basically
Okay.
they get celebrities to look at their old outfits and react. So we've actually compiled some stuff for you we just want you to explain where you were, what happened. If you could describe the outfit for the listeners, that would be excellent.
Oh, this is wonderful.
And if you don't want one of these
Oh yeah.
Put them all up.
We'll skip it.
then
them
we
all
can
up.
skip it or we don't have to put the image in or whatever because
Why, which ones do you have? That's crazy. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be okay with them all.
We
Photos
did
of me do you have?
we did a
dive.
deep
We hacked your
dive.
phone.
Yeah.
Deleted folder. We got it.
We got it all. We got your nudes.
Yeah,
we got everything.
yeah.
All right. I reckon we just start with this one is just opening. 1 second.
That was for a uni party too. That was for an AIM party.
Really? So you don't walk around in like just down the street in this?
No.
It was for a party.
I look back at this and I'm so ashamed, not because of what I'm wearing, because I didn't like, this was like before I really started committing to outfits.
Yeah.
I'm dressed as Dobby, but like, look, I've got like cardboard ears and like the $2 shop bald cap, and I'm wearing a pillowcase, like an actual pillowcase.
Oh, slay. DIY
It's
queen.
so creative of
God,
you.
God, I was a tiny little lady. And yeah, I just like did that, and also a girl I used to be friends with I've cut it down like a little notch right in the neck. I cut a hole at the top of the pillowcase for the neck, and then I cut a little notch down it, so it's sort of like, you know, a little collar and
A little bit of cleavage.
And this girl,
Sexy Dobby.
kind of. Well, this is where this story goes. There's
God.
this girl at this party. Everyone was so drunk, and she thought it'd be so funny to grab 2 of those little tabs, and she just ripped it off me. And I was just in my brown undies, dressed as Dobby at this party.
What did she think was under there?
I could have been naked.
It's so
It
good.
would have been crazy if I was fully nude.
Wait, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so I was just standing in my brown undies and dressed as like with a bald cap on, and I was like,
You're like,
okay.
so I am now a baby. That is my costume.
Literally, it was really grim.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So yeah, fun memories. All of these, yeah, every single outfit I think I've ever worn, like there's an incident that goes along with it.
There's a
Excellent
story.
news.
Oh,
But
Dobby.
you know what's funny is with this deep dive, I actually didn't have to deep dive that much. Like it was like
they're out there.
It was
They're on
like
Instagram.
3 scrolls,
Oh, yeah.
or it was like a profile picture at one point. I'm like, okay,
Oh yeah, I think that one was literally my Facebook.
I
photo.
think so. All right, next one.
Well, yes.
We've put love hearts on your friends because we didn't want them to out them.
Thank you. So I'm dressed as a Grinch, and this is my high school swimming carnival.
Oh.
So that it explains the
thank
this
you.
little swimsuit we've got going on. That's my high school's branded
Again, sexy Grinch.
swimsuit.
Yeah.
Well, yes, because because I saw those shorts in my high school's costume closet,
You're like, gotta have them.
which really, yeah. And I
Missing
was
that
like-
piece from your wardrobe.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that's Grinch pants. And then I painted myself green that morning. The makeup is awful, and I really, really am so much better at that. Like, I would slay Grinch makeup now. I'd be prosthetic out. I might recreate it just out of spite. And I went through Macca's drive-thru
Love it.
on the way there because I was driving at that point.
Wait, I gotta ask, when you swam, did the paint stay on?
Well, the thing is, they didn't let me swim
yeah, okay.
because they went, you know, that's going to bleed all over the water. And I went, yeah. I actually hadn't thought about that. There goes your swim champion. I'm kidding. I
Yeah.
was like,
Oh, that's so
been winning
funny.
anything.
That's so funny. Because I was wondering, why are you in a swimsuit? Like,
Yeah,
is that your
it's a swimming
outfit
carnival.
of choice for that?
oh, well, this was
Okay.
the athletics carnival. We have a Blades of Glory moment. God, okay, there really is an incident where I get in trouble for every single one. So I made this on the floor again. God, like disappointing at myself. I know at the time it was like, wow, you really committed, but now I'm going, God, what is wrong with you? I painted it with acrylic paint. Obviously it's, oh, sorry. I always forget it's a podcast and some people just listen. I'm dressed as Chaz Michaels from
Blades of
of
Glory.
Glory. And my friend is dressed as Jimmy McAvoy from Blades of Glory. And we had the full photo of this. We had rollerblades on. Neither of us could
stop.
rollerblade. Not once in our life have either of us rollerbladed. And
Did you buy rollerblades for it?
well, yes.
yeah.
Yes, from the
You gotta
kids section.
commit,
They were
yeah.
very small.
Oh.
And we tried to do the 800 meters in these. And they said, I will suspend you again. And we said, please don't do that. Please do not suspend us again.
Oh, that's hilarious. You've done well. Like for these DIY projects, you've done
Those
well.
are like vintage Eden. That's crazy.
Do you still own? Okay.
None of that.
Whip
It's
it
in
out
like a
around
little
then.
bag
I have
somewhere.
like a few archived pieces like downstairs at my house, but like so
We'll
many of
pass
them
them
are
on to your
completely gone.
children.
Yeah. So we've got So we've got Eden in what looks like drag, but like
No,
but like if I said that, like a drag queen would be offended.
Oh, this is like a hate crime
Yeah.
to drag queens. Okay, do you remember that like Bratz makeup challenge? Like in like 2018 or like 2019 or something?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, there was like a thing online to do like Bratz makeup, basically, and like you drew like huge eyes over your eyes. I guess it's like a type of like drag in a way. And I didn't do this makeup, by the way. My friend Billy Palin, who I went to uni with, did this makeup on me, and that was me seeing it for the first time.
Your reaction.
I'm trying really hard to be polite. I've never looked scarier in my life.
You know what like ties it together is the hair.
The hair is like clipped.
It's like the
back
jagged
and
part, the
short.
clip. Oh, it's so
And I'm
funny.
wearing like I look like a sailor. Like
Your top matches your eyeshadow.
and like the lips are starting and ending in places that you wouldn't believe. It's insane.
At first, I thought maybe it was a Joker thing. Like I couldn't quite.
That would make
It is
so much
very
more sense.
Joker-esque,
With
isn't
what's
it?
going on there? That is bad.
Wild.
That's wild.
You really that's a deep dive.
That one was a deep dive. Some of them were just right in front of me.
Oh well, this one, yes. I had just done Bear the musical, and that was the after party. And why is there underwear all over me? I don't know.
I hope it was yours.
No,
Oh God.
I don't believe it was mine. It looks all stringed together. Again, zero clue. Or maybe it was mine. I really don't know. The bottle of wine, that was being drunk. And I have tiny little hands. I really liked those tiny little hands.
Oh, I didn't notice the tiny hands till right now.
That's crazy that you didn't.
Excellent.
I do have quite small hands, but
But not that
but not that small.
It's giving Deadpool when he gets his hand chopped off and it's like growing back.
Yeah. It's just a very strange photo of me.
But it's also very like artsy.
It's very haunting. I'm very tortured about it. I've also been crying profusely in that photo because Bear is the saddest musical of all time.
Oh, well, you look great.
Thank you
You
so
obviously
much.
pulled it together for the after party.
Oh yes, well this is my favorite. I am dressed as Mike Wazowski. So that was when my best friend Ella, King the drag queen, and I went to a friend of ours, an AIM friend as well, who had like a 23rd birthday that was sort of themed of like Disney Channel, like mid 2010s Disney or like TV, like so it was all like Nickelodeon and like Disney and like iCarly.
Yeah, like
So,
Hannah Montana.
Phineas and
yeah.
Ferb
Oh, I love
era.
Phineas and Ferb. Yeah.
Great theme for a party. And so it was like, movie characters from like your childhood. And we went to the, how do you feel about committing crimes on this podcast? Are we allowed to talk about that?
Fully supportive. Go on.
So we, listen, we stole a crab costume from a shop. A big chain, so you're allowed to do it because we didn't have any money.
Yeah,
I had about
stick it to the
$4.
man.
I'm looking like $1 million in this, and I know I have $4 actual dollars. And so we took this crab costume because it was white on the inside and it was sort of like round. So we like cut it off, cut it up, spray painted it green. I like cut out all of the stuff and basically made it into like a big circle like Mike Wazowski. And then I was like, he's got like a blue eye, I guess. So for some reason I am like mugged out the wazoo. I look literally beautiful in the face, but I'm like completely blue face. Ella did my makeup. Ella's drag queen, so it's like incredible.
It's amazing.
Yeah, your wings are slaying.
Yeah, dude, like the makeup was crazy, and for the fact that I'm Mike Wazowski, and also in this photo I'm holding Perry the Platypus themed party hats as like cone bra.
Oops. Yeah.
And I look.
I'm so glad that this was captured because like normally at those parties you obviously look like you're having a good time, but like you forget to like take a photo or whatever. But this was captured.
That was a crazy one, and I went to Universal. After this party, and not the other movie characters did not come with me. It was just Ella
so it's
and
just
I.
you
But Ella
by
looked
yourself?
beautiful. She had like a little like she was like Cynthia, Mike Wazowski's girlfriend. But she had like a little like purple like kind of like sheer top and like a little green dress, and I looked like that. And I was in Universal like. And people were like,
I'm surprised that the face scanner worked. Did they have face scanners then?
Do you have any idea how many places I've gone into where I'm like, by the way, I don't look like that. When I was dressed as literally Satan for a comedy gig the other day, and we went to the Abercrombie afterwards, and they were like, "Can I see your ID?" And I was like, I looked at them like, I have prosthetics on my face, and they were like, "Yeah, just show us that you have one." I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Sekis and I, we get along because they're like, I don't think you would
No,
lie.
you know what? They're probably like, this will be interesting. Come here.
Yeah. Like,
let's see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Oh, you really got... Oh, okay. Wow, this is really like an archive. This is my favorite photo of me in this outfit because the stance is crazy. I look snatched, but the stance is crazy.
It's like in deep thought, just stood there.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is first, okay, so this is like after 2021 lockdown. So like it's pent up. The urge to overdress, overcommit to a theme is pent up. This was Halloween. My friends went as the Powerpuff Girls. There's like 4 of us in the group. So they went as the Powerpuff Girls. And I was like, oh, I'll go as like him, the villain.
Yeah.
And I made that corset out of my mum's. It was actually repurposed because I wore it for like a drag thing that I did. But I made that corset out of, I glued underwire into my mum's old swimming costume that I like cut and like put boning into. So I like made a like underbust corset, which is crazy, and I don't know where it is. I think it's my ex's house. I'm gonna break in. And then I didn't have like claws, so I had like red boxing gloves from the $2 shop, and I walked into my friend's boyfriend's house like that, and I was staying over, and he was like, what has happened here? What's happened?
But you've also got the pointy ears on, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And like I had like the facial hair and everything.
Yeah.
I looked like really weird.
I love it.
That's iconic.
That's another thing about the devil outfit the other night. So I was like just doing a gig anyway because there's this room called Good Girls Comedy, which is like the girls stand-up comedy room. So I love to, second home. And they were doing like, they were all one off, let's do a bad girls comedy. Like all the lights will be red, it'll be fun. Anyway, so I was like, I'm gonna come as the devil.
Yeah,
that's so funny. I got into I did like drag makeup for 3 hours.
I love it.
And I got there, and because all the lights were red and my makeup was red, I didn't look like the devil. I just looked ugly. Because I just had like really scary features.
They're like, wow, her cheekbones are really prominent. They're like,
your eyebrows are really bad today. I just look like fucked up. And then I was like, guys, you have to change the lights so they know what's happening.
At least an orange. An orange light. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, well, this is...
Well, that's Dobby's sock.
Yeah, Dobby and the sock.
Dobby and the sock.
Oh, lovely.
Iconic that someone wore the sock, was a sock.
I think I made that sock costume.
I tell you what,
Maybe
I think
you
you have a serious opportunity in side hustle costume making.
I would, yeah. It's eventuated over the years. Some of the ones, like the most recent ones, like the Mugler copy, like I've had people ask me to like rent it out, but that makes sense because that one took me like 8 weeks and probably hundreds of dollars. I never really checked.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Well, yes. This would be Jesus. This would be Jesus Christ. A friend of yours and mine, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Jesus is a woman.
It's my first ever drag spot. My friend Thomas flew me up to Brisbane to do a wonderful show called The Switch Up, which is where drag queens do like a comedy roast and comedians do drag, and it's sick.
That's
they put,
such a cool concept.
They put like straight male stand-up comedians in drag, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And so I did Judas by Lady Gaga, but it was like if Jesus was gay and had a crush on Judas.
So good.
Silly.
That's such a vibe. I think we still have a few more. Oh yeah.
Well, this is what it's stripped off into a little cross outfit.
Oh, so that's the same night.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was under the garment.
But I still had the beard.
But you still had the beard. So you just look like a hot backup dancer with facial hair.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And everyone is always like, weren't you scared of your bits hanging out? And I was like, I'm clearly wearing like Spanx in that. It was just a really good color match.
What do you mean?
Like I'm wearing that's like a bodysuit. I'm not like, that's not my stomach, if that makes sense.
Oh.
I would never be game enough to have that little piece of cloth.
Like 3 centimeters.
You think I'm fitting in there? You're dreaming. That's one.
And then-
That's one half of what.
That's just one of the girls.
Yeah. Oh, this is a Christmas episode for the podcast.
I love that you're speed dealer Santa.
I think those are just Lockies. I think he just had those.
Oh, cool. Adds up, really.
Remember when I said he was Mykonos coded?
Yeah.
That is Mykonos coded. Yeah, we did a Santa episode and it was really hot.
Yeah.
It was really hot, as in like temperature wise. We were sweltering. We smelled terrible. Wow, this is such a like memory. I tell you, I just got a lot of incidents that have happened. Like I reckon I will never ever run out of like, oh, this night, this crazy near-death experience happened. Every time I've ever left the house has been like an incident for some reason. Crazy.
That was fun.
That was so
much
fun. That's all we've got for our little deep dive.
I love it. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks
That was so much
It
fun.
was so fun. Just having a fat chat. This is definitely probably going to be a long episode, hey?
Yeah, we're a bit over an hour.
Oh,
currently,
slay.
So we should probably cut them off.
We should probably cut him off. Yeah.
Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. Please check out all of Edan's bits and bobs. We'll have it like all in the description.
Yeah, it's just my name. Everything's just my name.
Have you got any stand up coming up that they can attend?
For now, nothing's planned until like ages. I mean, I'm always gigging around. Come say hi if you live in Sydney. Otherwise, I'm doing Canberra show in October, and then like I'll be at Melbourne Comedy Festival next year, which is like April though.
That's cool though.
Yeah,
Very
exciting. That'll be for a really crazy show. So exciting.
Yay!
Also go look at all of our stuff.
Yeah, look at these guys.
If you
They're
want,
awesome.
you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
all.
that's
Right,
it.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.